So I have a couple weirdo fucking things to talk about.
Okay.
So a couple days ago, I was like, I don't know why I thought about this, but I was like, I wonder how many characters you can get into a website domain. Just out of curiosity. Oh, you know what I think of what it was. Maddie and I go to this drive-in, Steven City drive-in, and we were joking about how long the domain is. It's like Steven City Family Drive-In Theater.com or something. It's like crazy long. And we kept joking like Steven City Winchester Family Drive-In Movie Theater.com/ticket leap/ticket, like, because it's a really long website. And so it's like, well, what's the longest website? Like, what is technically the longest URL in the world? The first thing that came up was the domain name for the Welsh city that has that crazy long name. It's Lelyn Fair, and it's like a super long name for a city. You've probably seen the video of that weatherman like saying the name perfectly.
What is it, 253 characters?
It's that crazy Welsh city.
No, but is that the limit?
I don't know what the limit is, but so I figured out that this website has the longest domain. I could read it to you, but it's essentially, I'll put it on screen. It's like,
yeah, I want to know how many.
Link will be in the show notes.
How many characters is it?
They cut off at 255, so you can have a website domain with 255 characters.
So that makes total sense because 256 characters. Or 256 is it's part of the ASCI standard, and also has a lot to do with oh Jesus Christ, like
True.
Windows Windows file names in Windows like file shares on networks, right? Or even on your computer, you can't make a file path longer than 255 characters.
Run into that shit at work.
That is the limit.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Written into Windows. Technically, now that we have 64-bit, you could make it longer, but it's a limitation of the 32-bit architecture. So that makes sense why 255 is the longest you can have in a domain name.
the link to the domain will be in the show notes, but for people who are curious and not viewing it, just to give you a like an idea of how long 255 characters is, this is just a few of them. This is the domain, a.b.c.e, all the way through until O, then it doubles up, OOPP, QQQ, RRR, all the way down. And I think there's got to be, I don't know, 50 Zs. This isn't a crazy domain name, but it's so interesting because you don't ever really think about it. I always joke, I mean, you guys probably do too, when you see like an absurdly long domain name, it's like, is somebody really going to type all that in? Well, like, did you really think this through?
And so that's only the domain name, right? Not anything
or the URL.
Yeah. I don't think it's anything after the domain itself. Yeah. So the .com, after that is, you can have extra shit, but the domain itself.
Before .com.
It's so funny to me. I never even thought about that there's probably a limitation there too. Because I've run into it at work all the time. People will fucking put a file like 20 folders deep and hit 255 characters and then be like, why can't I save here anymore? And I'm like, oh, do you need that many folders? Like, do you need...
Sometimes.
I don't think so, dude. I really don't think so. Like,
that's too many folders.
No,
like 3 or 4.
A lot of the times I will see where it'll be like A, B, B, A, C, C. Like, it's the same name 4 folders deep.
Yeah, no, we don't do that, but I mean, we'll have like specific folder for projects, and then it's this group of projects that are all basically similar. That specific project folder, and then one part of that project, and then one specific set of data has a folder. So we quickly get to.
I think that's fair. Like, that kind of makes sense. But
yeah, but more than what, 6 or 7?
It doesn't happen to me that often. I've definitely run into that before.
That's a ton of fucking folders.
I see a lot of people who will drag and drop a .msg file from Outlook, the email message itself, into a network share, and it will contain a subject line that is like, fucking 50 characters, and it's in and of itself .msg, and the extension counts towards that, 255 characters. I don't know. Windows needs to fix it. I mean, it is technically fixed, but no one fucking enables it because, if you have a 32-bit machine in your environment, you're never going to be able to fucking get to that folder. That's more than 255 characters long.
I just remember the first time I ever thought about like long domain names when I was really young is if you like start adding O's to google.com.
Yeah.
Like they've bought out like
Yeah.
a ton of domains for that. I would assume that they've bought most of them. But like, 3 O's,
Yeah.
6 O's, 10 O's. And but yeah, so just
No, dude. They might
Oh.
have gotten rid of some of them because I've just
Well-
got hitwix.com.
Well, I'll say for the
also if you want to have Google with like 14 O's,
you can buy that.
it's probably still like $30,000 on GoDaddy.